Hi, welcome to Raw Vegan Rising. My name is Shane Sterling, and in this video, I have 2 tips for mindset and willpower. Mindset and willpower is key for creating success in your health, key for creating success in your life, success in business, whatever you need success in, mindset and willpower is key. And these are just 2 tips that I believe are fundamental to successful willpower, understanding where willpower comes from, understanding what willpower is. I have them listed out here with some notes. Tip number 1 is self-love. Self-love is building confidence in yourself. And one of the ways that we can do this is to create a habit that you stick with so you believe in yourself. If you're the kind of person who is setting yourself up to lose by creating habits that you fail at. Say you go to fast food every day, but you know that you hate fast food or you're overweight, but you still eat the junk food. You're setting yourself up that's a self-deprecating behavior. That's a behavior that you're going to lose confidence in yourself every single time you do that. So how are you going to build self-love when you see yourself as a failure? One way to do this is to create a habit where you set yourself up to succeed every single day, creating a habit, no matter how small, a habit that you succeed at every single day. That will slowly build confidence and self-worth, and that leads to self-love. So that might be something as simple as, okay, I'm going to have a green smoothie every single day for my health. Instead of going to the fast food joint for breakfast, you'll have a green smoothie every single day to set yourself up to win, so you can believe in yourself and know that you can do it. So that's a little step. I mean, is that something that you can see yourself doing? I mean, I certainly can, because I do have a pretty well-developed sense of self-worth and self-love. Not all the way, I'm working on it just like everyone else, but I do have an innate trust in myself. Part of that also for me comes from like a connection with my higher self. Like, I do meditative techniques, and this is another key to self-love and mindset that leads to discipline and willpower, is knowing who you are and where you come from. If you have a connection to yourself, like God, or, and not like religion, not necessarily like going to church, although everyone's different and everyone has their own relationship with God and spirituality, but like really your higher self. Like when you close your eyes and you go inside, do you have someone there that you communicate with, someone you talk to, like not just God, like the divine omnipresent power, but like someone inside of yourself, an aspect of yourself? Well, I do. And I believe that that is a key to knowing yourself and self-love, and all of my willpower comes from that, to be honest. I have a connection inside of myself to my higher self. That's what it really is. It's my higher self. And because I know my higher self, I can set myself up to win. I can set myself goals where I will not back down. I will succeed because I know who I am. I know where those are coming from. That is needed in the development of discipline and mindset and willpower. So whether you find that through meditation, whether you find that through, I've read books on the higher self and techniques on pranic breathing and the chakra systems. And, when you breathe and visualize breathing light into your chakras and up through your spine and down through the crown of your head, these types of techniques lead to a natural kind of development with the higher self. I highly recommend doing techniques like that. There's books on how to do breathing techniques like that. I love I'll just mention one of my favorite books on that ever, and that is called The Hathor Material by Tom Kenyon. Phenomenal book, phenomenal. And it really has diagrams on how to do the pranic breathing. Really, really practical and easy to understand and really helpful. So I'd highly recommend that. I've spent years practicing those types of techniques, and I have a developed sense of self-love enough to create good mindset and good willpower when it comes to achieving my goals. So Set yourself up to win. Little things that you can win at every single day. Don't say, I'm going to achieve a goal and then don't, because then you lose and you see yourself as a loser. You can't do that. Highly recommend that you don't do that. Okay, the other tip I have here is to really dig deep and create a really compelling why. And I've talked about this before, but this is the key to willpower. What hill are you willing to die on? What is the unending truth for you? What is it that you believe in 100% that is unwavering? For me, it's my vision of humanity in the future. I see humanity in the future, like, I don't know how far in the future, but I see humanity as a loving, compassionate, light entity where we are living in like light consciousness, whether that's like Christ consciousness or an enlightened state. I see humanity living in an enlightened state where we're like glowing white spiritual beings that live in complete harmony and balance with the natural laws of the universe, Mother Nature, and all sentient life. Kind of like the image of Jesus, or all the religious figures where they're kind and compassionate, and Jesus was a vegetarian, basically. He was an Essene fruitarian, which means that he only ate fruit from the tree, did not eat even plants that you had to kill. And that is in the Essene Gospel of Peace, which was translated from texts that were from the vaults of the Vatican, and they were translated by this Russian guy who actually wrote the Essene Gospel of Peace, translated it and wrote it. Phenomenal book, but it talks about what Jesus taught around diet, and he was an Essene fruitarian. You can look it up. The ultimate purest form of how to treat life and the reverence and respect for all life. So, I look at myself as an Essene fruitarian, and even though I do eat some things that do require the plant to be killed, like the way our current farming practices are, like lettuce or carrots or something like that, I'm really conscious of it, and I prefer to think about it like the Jesus diet, where, can I be an Essene fruitarian myself? Well, I've been vegan for most of my life, 28 years. I'm 100% raw food. And now I'm really thinking about how to be more of like an Essene fruitarian. And I believe that is my hill that I'm willing to die on. That is my compelling why. That propels me into the future so far that it doesn't matter how far it is. Every single choice I make comes from that desire to see humanity there eventually. And it has my entire life. So that is what it takes to have willpower. Right there. That's the fundamental key, okay? So self-love, self-worth, a relationship with higher self, and knowing what your vision is for the future, what compels you into the future, and what hill are you willing to die on. You need to know these things, and you need to answer these questions to have success in willpower. What other things are going to do it? What else is going to compel you to stick to your goal or to become healthy? What is it going to be that keeps you from going to the fast food place as opposed to going to the grocery store and buying lentils and going home and eating lentils? Well, that's what you need to ask yourself. And I've given 2 key tips here for mindset and willpower. So I hope that is helpful. These are really meaningful tips for me. This is how I operate in my life. I hope this is helpful for whoever is listening. This is really heartfelt for me. It's a little uncomfortable for me to talk about because it's so personal feeling, but yet I know that it's what I need to share. I know that it's what people need to hear, just to hear my perspective on it. We all need to share what's in our hearts with each other so we can help each other and benefit all of mankind. We do that by sharing what's in our hearts. So this is what's in my heart, and I'm so happy you're here listening to this message. Thank you for being here very much. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more, and I will see you in the next one.